The nurses are the frontliners in this pandemic. Other than the healthcare workers, the nurses have always been there to save people. May 12th is celebrated as the International Nurses Day, and this is to commemorate the birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale. I request Dr. Sheba to take over and present the webinar specially dedicated to International Nurses Day. Dr. Sheba, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Lalita. It's indeed a great pleasure to be presenting a couple of slides for commemorating what our nurses have done for us. I would like to share the screen. Are my slides visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please.
So we all know that 2021 is the year of health and care workers. And this is the time where we need to protect and invest, and all of us need to be together as we are in the mid of this pandemic. So we all have been celebrating Nurses Day and Nurses Week. Nurses Week is from 6th to 12th of May, and 12th of May is always celebrated by the International Council of Nurses, that is the ICN, as the International Nurses Day. So as mentioned by Dr. Lalita, we all know that Florence Nightingale was a great nurse. She did a great work in the Crimean War, and she has been called as the Angel of Crimea. She is the one who was responsible for starting the nurses' school, training them, and this is where the Victorian platform really became famous, and then she was acknowledged and revered as the pioneer of modern nurses. So this is the birthday and the birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale, and we celebrate the International Nurses Day on her birth anniversary. The first time the birth anniversary was celebrated in 1965, and May 12th is the International Nurses Day. So for 2021, if we see that what is the theme? The theme for the Nurses Day, always International Nurses Day, has been Nurses, a Voice to Lead. And the sub-theme for the year 2021 is a vision for future healthcare. So the global 2019 pandemic has shown the world how important the nurses are. They have given and significantly contributed for the access to the nursing care. And we need to also focus on what are their requirements and how ultimately the basic service which is to be delivered to the patient right at the bedside by the nurse is very important. So this year ICN has gone with the vision for future healthcare, which says that the nurses who are working at the bedside should be very much involved, and they must play an integral part in the planning of future healthcare, whereby they can deliver their best to the latest equipments and the technology. Having said that, we also know that nurses are a vital leads. And in 2020, when this pandemic started, nursing the world to health was the real ambition, and the nurses have stood true to it. And now in 21, we have the pandemic continuing, and now it's the time of the shot. And the year of the nurses actually contributes. It's no longer just a day or a week. It's the years of nurses which contribute. And they are commencing immensely to the whole mankind by the work. And we need to look at the further vaccination drive, which shall be ultimately conducted by these nurses. Having said that, I think this is the time to support our angels, the angels in the form of nurses. And we need to thank all the nurses. Thank you, dear nurses, for nursing the world to health. Having said that, I would now like to end my presentation